Hey, this is Amy Kay, and I decided to take the Gilman Challenge, if we want to call it that. I've been inspired from their last 30 days, so I'm going to try to do the same, just try to give it my all for 30 days here. Actually, our all. There's two of us here working on eBay. So, what we're looking at is a glance of what's been going on over here, and actually, not a lot. Today, we've had $10 in sales. The last 7 days we have 62.98, and the last 30 days we have a whopping 293.44. And if you look further down the screen, we have 422 items up right now. So we're doing something wrong, right? So what we're not doing is listing every single day. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to go ahead and kick this off here on October 3rd. You can see up here in the right corner, it is October 3rd. And see what we can do over here for the next 30 days. And maybe we'll try some other things too to increase sales. So at the end of this, I will do another screenshot to show you the results. And also, if we ended up doing anything else to help our sales, I will share that information as well. So see you in 30 days.
Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of our video. Today is October 13th, as you can see up here. And it's been 10 days since the last video clip. We've been busy bees over here trying to list every single day. And before I jump into our numbers, I just want to tell you a few things about what we're doing. We are primarily a buy it now, make an offer store. And the reason for that is we want to ask for the most competitive price that we can, because we sell a lot of like new or new items. And, we try to take great pictures. So we feel that we can ask for the most, I guess I'll just say competitive price based on what has been selling, not what the listing price are necessarily, but what they've been selling for. So with that said, we do have the mix of buy it now customers. So some people just flat out buy it now. Some people make decent offers, and some people make ridiculous offers. But I think it's kind of a 50-50 split between those making offers and those actually just clicking buy it now. So make an offer has been working for us very well, I feel, because you don't really know what your buyer can do. Your buyer may see something and they may love it. And they might send a note that says, look, I know it is worth this, but I just don't have that kind of money. And, you can decide if you want to go ahead and sell it to them. Or you might also get a buyer who is just looking for a quick deal. We've had people offer like $5 for something that's $50, just completely ridiculous, really ridiculous items or offers for items. I had one last week. The item was up for $20. They said they would pay $1 or they would pay $5 if it included shipping. Yeah, okay. So we're doing the buy it now with make an offer. And one thing I keep reading about is not only about listing every day, but actually putting out some bait, right? So the bait being 99-cent auctions, just to increase the traffic to your site. So I went out and bought a few things specifically to sell as 99-cent auctions. So I've been listing 99-cent auctions, one a day, two a day, right in that range, not a whole lot of them. And it actually did improve traffic, but it did not improve sales from what I can tell. One item did sell for 99 cents. But I think it did overall increase traffic, which is good too. So let's go ahead and look at our numbers, and then we will jump into what we changed or what we're trying to experiment with. So on our last clip for 24 hours, we had $10. We are now at $12. So that is not a great number, obviously. I heard someone say, or I read on a board the other day that eBay sellers, if you aren't selling a lot, you're basically making prison wages. So I never really looked at it that way, but yeah, okay, $12 for 24 hours. That's crazy. But it is morning still, so hopefully that number will increase. Now, our 7-day number did have a good little jump. We went from 62.98 to 214.71. That is an increase of, let's see, $152, I think. Yeah, $152 in 7 days. So, yeah, that's not a ton of money, but hey, that's awesome. In 30 days, we jumped from 293.44 to 411.53. So loosely, that's what? Let's see, $28. 128. 128 in 30 days. So, or 118. So yes, our numbers are increasing. They are not nearly as high as I would like them to be. And again, it has a lot to do with what we're selling. A lot of people talk about what what is this base point? What is that magic number? And ours was $20. Each item should be selling for $20. If an item cannot sell for $20 of profit, then it's not worth selling. However, for this month, we have strayed away from that rule, and we are simply listing everything we can get our hands on just to increase the volume of listing. We also have a lot of inventory that we have not listed, and instead of breaking it out into like 10 listings a day, we're just trying to get it up as much and as fast as we can. If we look down at our active listings, we have jumped up to 493. It was 422. So we've increased by 71 listings. And of course, we've been selling some listings, let's say 3 a day. So we've definitely increased in 7 days. So our goal now is to get up our inventory that is hanging around, and try not to save it. Because I myself do this, where I say, hey, if I list it all today, I won't have any to list tomorrow. But I don't want to view it that way this month. I want to just get up as much as we can every day. And if we do run into that problem of running out of inventory to list, then I'll just start sourcing my house. Seriously, I'm going to be listing every day all month, just to see what happens. So we're doing fairly good here, considering what we're selling. We do have a couple of items that I have offers out there for today, so maybe they will complete those sales before the day's over, which are higher priced items to kind of give us a little boost here. But yeah, I mean, our goal has been $20 an item of profit, and right now we're just kind of mixed. We have a wide variety of pricing in our store. So things that definitely dip below 20 and things that are just a huge profit if they sell. So we're just waiting for the magic to happen now. So it is kind of like a snowball effect from what I'm seeing, that once someone buys something, and then you got 2 people buying, then you got 3 people buying, and then 4 people. And it is a definite snowball. You are definitely getting pushed up in the rankings in eBay. So, we are seeing that effect. Yesterday was our low day. It was Sunday. So we only listed, I think, 4 items. So today we're going to jump back into the swing, get at least 10 up, and among the other things that we have to be doing. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you something else that I started as an experiment, just to show you how quickly you can affect or change your Google rankings and draw a little bit more traffic back to your site. So we went ahead and created a YouTube page, which, okay, this is not brain surgery. We all know that YouTube pages are very important. And actually, not to go into too deep with what I do, but I actually own a web development company, and I know a lot about SEO and organic, and why am I not doing it for myself, right? So basically, our eBay store is just a second stream of income, and we want to really increase that as best as we can, right? Why make just, $60 to $100 when I could be making thousands? I mean, that's the goal for all of us, I would assume, is to just make as much money as we can. So I need to start applying the SEO tactics that we apply to our clients, that I've been doing for over 10 years, back to myself, which is really hard for me because I just don't ever find the time to do it, and I just don't really think that way for some reason. You know, I can see it within my projects, and it's a task and it happens. So I really need to start doing that for myself. So the first little baby step was to create a YouTube page. And what we've put on the YouTube page is just 2 videos. These videos were actually uploaded the same day that I made the last clip, October 3rd. And we have one for Big Bird, Talk and Count, and one for Tickle Me Ernie. So we have a lot of plush that run on batteries and do magical things. So I thought, well, let's just start with this. We'll make very short videos that don't take any time at all. Just squeeze and click, right? And, Ernie here is only 14 seconds of what he does. So I thought, hey, let's make these little videos. We'll link them back on the product pages. But what we're really wanting to see is how many viewers can we attract organically. So we've got 12 and 31. And we want to see what happens in Google. So the magic of YouTube is if you're making YouTube videos and if you are tagging very well, you could very, very likely pop up on page 1. I know, it sounds crazy. So, there's so many sites out there that have been around for years and they've got wonderful rankings and they're on page 1 and that's just how it is, right? But the magic of YouTube is that the videos actually dominate. So if you have a video and you're searching for the keywords, they will pop up above those websites that have been organically out there for 5 years. So it's pretty crazy. So I went ahead and I looked these up before starting this video, and Tickle Me Ernie actually is doing pretty well. Big Bird is not. So let's go out to Google real quick and see what we see for Tickle Me Ernie. And keep in mind, this video has only been up for 7 days, and I've done absolutely nothing else. I just uploaded the video, and let me click it here. So I uploaded the video, and I just gave it a one-liner description. Used the same exact keywords as my eBay ad, I believe. And then I did a quick link back to the eBay ad. So this is keeping it above the fold. So show more doesn't show anything, right? It's important to keep it above the fold if you can, so someone can quickly, easily click it. So let's go out to Google. And this will actually conclude our video. I'm just going to do this real quick for you here. So I've already been searching it in, but we've got Tickle Me Ernie. So if I just search Tickle Me Ernie, I mean, obviously there are tons of Tickle Me Ernies, right? So we've got our Google Shopping sponsored ads. We've got some images. We've got, Wikipedia, some videos. You see these go back to 2010, 2011. Although this one does pop up first, 2014. I might want to dig deeper when I have a moment and figure out why that one's popping up above these, but basically we're not seeing my Tickle Me Ernie, right? It didn't work. So let's go back to Tickle Me Ernie, and our next word is Tycho. He is a Tycho toy. I don't know how likely someone's going to be searching Tycho. If they just had a Tickle Me Ernie as a child, they may not even realize that he's Tycho, but that was our keyword that works for our specific video and listing. So Tycho. I just add that to the end, and boom, there we are. This is us. We pop up over here in the sponsored area, natural, organic. This is not a paid spot. We also appear as number 5. This is us right here, our video from October 3rd. So I believe, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is wonderful. So they can either click here and go directly to my auction. Well, it's not an auction, it's buy now, or they can click here and go to the video, which also has the link back to the product to buy. So this is very exciting to me because I did not do anything. I just created a quick video on an iPhone, uploaded it, gave it one-line description and a link, and this is the same, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty similar. I it didn't say Antox, but yeah, so it's the same title pretty much as the eBay ad. And it works. I mean, it's awesome. Here we are, featured and number 5 on the homepage just by typing in Tickle Me Ernie Tycho. So that will conclude today's clip, and I'm going to be back in a week. So let's target October 20th, and I will return with another clip here for this same video of our numbers. And again, I will tell you if we are doing anything different. Hopefully, I will come up with a couple of very easy to do SEO tips or tricks if we can achieve anything here. My real goal, besides making money, of course, is to do things that take very little time, because I'm a person who is just book solid every single day. So I want to find, whatever I'm doing, if it's uploading these little 14-second videos, that's fine. So I need to really have a balance here. So this week, I'm going to try to focus on coming up with a few more SEO type things that we can do that are easy and quick and really actually have decent results. So hopefully I'll have some good news for you in 7 days. See you on October 20th.
Okay, I'm back, and it's now October 20th. It's just 30 minutes into October 20th, so my last updated date up here is still October 19th, and because we are on PDT time. So I guess I'm actually a whole day shy of doing a full 7 days for my last, which was 10/13. So let's go ahead and recap what we're seeing here. So on 10/3, we had $10 on our 24-hour, and on 10/13, we were at $12 for 24 hours. And now you'll see that we are at $193.40, which is quite the jump from $12. On 10/3 for our 7-day, we were at $62.98. And on 10/13 for 7 days, we were at $214.71. And right now we are at $350.90 for 7 days. In our 30 days on 10/3, we were at $293.44. And on 10/13, we were at $411.53. We have now jumped up to $725.93, which is $314.40 more over a 30-day period than 7 days ago. So we are doing something right. If we look down at our number of listings, we are at 492. And if you recall in our last clip on 10/13, we were at 493. So this number is staying pretty consistent. We keep adding more each day. And we have several that are actually in our unsold area under our selling manager. And we have not relisted those yet. So, so this number kind of is bouncing around. We were up to, let's say, like 506 or something at the peak before we started having some drop off. And we've been adding some each day. So the pattern that I've noticed now in this last week, or the last 7 days, is that we did take off 2 days from listing, and it really did affect us. So we went from selling 2 or 3 items a day to nothing consistently for 2 days, 2 days after our 2-day lull of not listing. So this is definitely working. We're definitely seeing things grow, and the snowball effect is happening just a little bit. So it'll be interesting to watch this continue to grow. Now, I did want to tell you that I did start looking into other things. So some things that I am adding. Let's see. I'm doing Pinterest. I just created Pinterest today. So basically Pinterest for business, and then you create an account for your eBay account or your eBay seller's account, and then everything you're pinning are your own products. So a lot of people get kind of hung up on how to use social media. And, it's pretty simple that if you want to attract your audience back to your items that you're selling or whatever it is you're attracting them to make sure that your social media focuses on that. No one cares if you just had a coffee or went out for a jog. You want to focus on messages that are only about what it is you want them to know. So in this case, we want them to see our products. So I thought, okay, Pinterest, this will be good. We'll have a whole just, the whole account, every board that we create will be of specific items that we feel are unique that we're selling. So I just started that today. And I've also been looking into the analytics here. There's not a lot that I can find through eBay. There is an Omniture analytics that I've been looking at, but it's not very, I don't think it's very accurate, and it's not very detailed compared to real Omniture. So basically, I was able to view this time last month and compare it to now, and we've just skyrocketed in terms of visitors and products actually being viewed, which is excellent. So that's, one step closer to actually selling stuff. So right now I've been trying to really start to focus on, do we want to shift to do auctions since we're getting closer to Christmas? And do we want to start putting some things on sale to get things moving? And 2 items that I sold today were actually on sale. So one thing I did do in the last 7 days was, outside of just having the sales category that eBay creates for you, since I have my store view with our personally created categories on the left-hand side, I created one called Sale, 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 and put in every item that has watchers. So anything that has watchers, I added it to that category, and then I put it 10% off. So I actually sold 2 of those items today. So I'm hoping that that's what that was. If that was, what did it, that they were actually watchers who then saw that it was on sale, that would be awesome. So just, I'm just trying to play around with some more things. So we're not anywhere near where I'd like to be with numbers. Considering we do have 492 items up, I would like to see things start moving. But hopefully there is a snowball effect happening. So it is October 20th. So we shaved off a little bit here. So I will plan to do another update on October 27th, and I will see you then. Okay, so we're back for the 4th installment of this 1-month clip video. And this is pretty remarkable. I mean, the numbers aren't super duper high or anything, but just watching from where we started on 10/3 to where we're at now is pretty awesome. So a few things to factor is, I believe that selling really starts to pick up in October, which is where we are right now. So that's part of it. And the other part is just continuing to list each day. So that's what I've been doing. Either listing new items or relisting items, depending on my energy level. If I have time to sit and make new listings, that's awesome, but that's not every day. Okay, so here we are on 10/20. So I need to pull up a little bit here. Okay, 10/27, sorry, 10/20. Whew, I'm behind a week, I don't know. So today is 10/27, right, October 27th. And it is, I guess I've got 3 hours left on the West Coast, but it is officially midnight here, 12:14 to be exact. So in our 24-hour window, we have now climbed from our original 24-hour window. I'm looking back. I actually have this written on paper in front of me. Okay, I'm not memorizing all this. So on 10/3, we had $10 at 24 hours. We're now at 75. Now this is actually lower than the last video clip where we were at 193.40. But this goes up and down. And my personal goal when I first started doing this back in February was to be between $80 and $100 a day. So if this number continues, I'd be very happy. So we're at $75 for 24 hours. 7 day, we are at $405.94. And in our last clip, we were at $350.90. So we've gone up another about $55. Okay, that's awesome. Well, now look at our 30. So we've now reached 1,000, right? So we're at 1,095.58. And in the previous video, we were at 725. So we've gone up about, let's see, I don't know. My brain is like mush right now. It's so late. I've had a very long day. Okay, so let's see. 725 from 1,095 is what? 170-ish. No, what am I even doing? That's totally bad math. Yeah, 350, 60, 70, 370? Okay, $370 is what we've gone up since last week as part of the 30-day here. So, all right, let's kind of recap this. So, looking back at 10-3, when I first said, hey, I'm going to do this for 30 days, our 24 hours was at $10, okay? So we've gone up 65. Our 7-day was at 62, so we've gone up 343. And our 30-day was at a whopping 293 on the 3rd. So we've gone up almost $800 over the 30 days. So it's definitely, something is definitely happening. You know, we're definitely seeing progress. So we're going to do one more of these videos since today is the 7th and I started on the 3rd. I'll be back on November 3rd with the final video recap. And on that video, I'll actually put together a graph. I know these numbers are just like all over the place and I'm just going on and on about it. So I'll actually put them on a graph so you can see the improvements. And I'm trying to think back if I did anything different this past week. Let's see, I don't know if I said this on the video from last week, so I might have already, but I did put things on sale that had watchers, and some of them sold immediately. And I did open a Pinterest account, but I never got back to it. Like, I did it for one day, and I think that definitely could work and help, but it's just not at the front of my mind. I totally forgot about it. But let's see, we can scroll down a little bit. You can see my categories that are the big sellers. So CD, DVD, media. It's helped that I have a popular Halloween movie that I've been selling. So it looks like we've made, that's probably all from that DVD. I'm not for sure though. There might be something else thrown in. And again, Halloween plays a part in that. The sale area, so there's the stuff. So sale was the category I created. I believe I did mention this before. And so there wouldn't have been any sales last week, I presume. So within that time frame, we've had 239 of items that were on sale in the sale area. 80s collectibles 207 and phone accessory 166, which was actually one phone. That was an iPhone. So things are moving and shaking. And, and our listings, let's see, we now have 561 listings. And in my previous video, let's see here, we had 492. So, sorry, there's like a major cat fight happening behind me. So we went up about 69. Yeah, 69 listings since the last video clip. All right, I need to get some sleep. So I will be back in 1 week and recap the last week and then quickly do a graph. And I think I might even include some of my top selling items so you can get an idea of what things have gone for and what type of things I'm selling. See you in a week. Hey, I'm back with my last update, and this video has become a little bit longer than I intended it to be, so I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet and wrap things up. As you can see up here, it is November 4th. I'm 1 day late, but that's all right. Not much has changed in 1 day here. And as we can see, things have actually been pretty slow in the last 24 hours and 7 days. And I think that's because we were selling a lot of Halloween-related items. So this past week kind of dropped off. So in the last 30 days, we're at 1201. So that's our final number for the month. And if you recall, we started at 293. So we made some pretty good progress. We've only made about 100 in the past week, though. So hopefully that will improve moving forward. If we look down here, we have 473 listings, and we're keeping a pretty good number here of like 450 to 500 products up for sale. And we do have a few in our unsold. It's not as bad as it looks. It keeps a tally over here, but I think we might have maybe 10 in there that are unsold that we need to get listed back up.
So that's what's been happening. And I'm going to show you a quick overview here of a chart so we can kind of break down what has occurred. So on day one, before anything happened, where I just came to the computer and I said, hey, let's try for the next 30 days to list what we can and see what happens, we were at 293. So that was, I thought was pretty good at the time. I also wasn't really putting much work into this, right? So with the goal of listing each day just to see naturally, organically how we could grow this, we were at a pretty low there at 293. Within 1 week, we had jumped up to 411. In week 2, we were at, 725. Week 3, 1,095. So we had a nice spike there. And then the past week, not much climb here at 1,201. So what occurred? Well, we agreed to do daily listings 4 to 5 days a week, and we were listing about 5 to 10 items a day. The idea being that if you consistently list each day, that organically, I love that word, yeah, in eBay, it actually pushes you up higher in searches, or I'm not for sure what they call it in eBay land, but basically if someone searches for something and they can't find it, then your item might appear as something similar. So I believe that that's really the magic happening here, but I'm not for sure. So don't quote me on that, but I think that's what's happening. So as you climb and people see the new listings and they see you out there, they also are seeing you with similar listings. We also started a Pinterest account for eBay, and one item sold, and honestly, I only worked on that for 1 day, so I don't know if that had anything to do with that one item selling. But it was a rather expensive item, I thought. Some vintage glassware, and it actually sold internationally. So that was on the Pinterest. That was a featured, pin out there of like 4 pins, because I really haven't been back out there. And let's see, I also placed all the items on sale that had watchers. So anything that had, 2 or more watchers, which was about 12 items, I went out there, I created a special category. Instead of just putting them on sale, I made a sale category. So if someone's in the store, they can just easily click it without it being buried up at the top where it says items on sale. And 3 items actually sold immediately once I put them on sale. I don't know if they were 2 watchers. I'm assuming they were. We also have been shipping out our items ASAP. So as soon as someone paid, we're sending same day or 1 day. And again, we were sending out Halloween items, so we were trying to make sure that they got to where they need to get. We are leaving positive feedback immediately when people pay. And we started including notes in packages asking for feedback, which we were doing last year around Christmas time, and just stopped doing it. So that was just a lazy factor. So we started doing it again. And I think it's kind of helped feedback a little bit. I'm not for sure. I'm also throwing in notes when I can, when I print out the shipping, because you can put a note there. So sometimes, depending on what they've paid for shipping, I might be able to upgrade them. So I like to point that out, like, hey, you're getting priority, so it'll be there faster. And we've already left you positive feedback. Please do the same. So I think some of those notes are helping us. We sold 3 international items, and that may or may not be due to the high visibility of GSP, the Global Shipping Program. But I have gone through and made sure that everything is listed in the Global Shipping Program, and I've gone out to ebay.eu to check. I think it's ebay.eu. Maybe it's ebay.uk, actually. I don't know. So I've checked on that site, and about half of our items are out there. So I'm not for sure what the restrictions are, but I'm assuming they must have certain category restrictions or something, because I have asked through my eBay listings that they all be globally listed. But yeah, and I also checked a couple of other global eBay sites and saw some of our stuff out there. So that was pretty exciting to know that people can actually see it in all these different countries. And one thing that I didn't list here was opening the YouTube account and doing the 2 videos. Neither one of those items have sold, and I actually haven't been back out there since I last visited it on this video. So I'm not for sure how they're doing, but that is a goal moving forward once we start listing things that, make sounds and do things that are electrical, to actually make videos to show they work. We have had one return in the past of someone saying something didn't work that was electrical. So moving forward, I want to make sure we have videos out there showing the condition so that they know what to expect. All right, so our goal for the month was 1,600. So 1,600 would be $80 a day, 5 days a week, so $400 a week. And we actually only came in at 1,200. So we're a little bit low, and I'm okay with it right now. I think that sales are going to keep increasing since we are now in November. So, November and December seems like a good time here. And hopefully we'll just keep plugging away and see what happens. And I'm going to try to come up with some other things. We've got some other things here in the works. And if anything cool is happening, I will make videos of those as well. So that is what you can do in 30 days if you just keep plugging away and put stuff up each day, because that's literally all we changed. I did have a couple of times where I was putting stuff on sale, and it didn't really seem to help. I mean, other than the watched items where we sold a few, I was putting whole categories on sale, and it didn't really seem to help. And our prices are kind of high, and I know that because we have make an offer on everything. So, we try to put it as competitively as possible, knowing that people will be making offers. So we might work on that strategy as well. But for now, make an offer works really good for us. Because sometimes people send notes with it and tell you their situation or why they think it's only worth such and such. Or, you can really then get on the same level with them and say, hey, yeah, you're right. Let's do it at the price you want. Or you're crazy. No way. So that's where we're at right now. Make an offer, buy it now. We have no auctions up right now. We did do a lot of auctions this past week because there was an auction promo, and only one item ended, and it was a 99-cent auction, and it ended at 99 cents. And when the guy got it, he said it didn't work, which, okay, it was tested. It worked, but whatever. So I actually refunded his money because I'm a nice person, and refunded the shipping and everything. So we actually were in the hole on that when I wanted to use the auctions just to try to pull in some more traffic, and it didn't really work. It kind of backfired. So, all right. So that's the end of this video, and I hope you appreciated this. I hope that this helps you on some level, and thanks. Until next time.